Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. Let's get into the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Let's go. So Jen is going to lunch with her family, her two brothers and one of her brother's wives. She had got them an apartment because they had moved back to the United States. They have a son, and her brother's asking her about, what's going on, what happened with her and Danielle. So she was telling her brothers about the situation with Danielle, how she got in her face, how she lightly pushed her. And then she went on to talk about the situation in Teresa's podcast, where Teresa says she wanted her and Danielle to get along. And she's all up in arms about it because she's like, how dare Teresa? If that was me and someone did something like that to her, I wouldn't do that. So she feels like Teresa has betrayed her a little bit. Danielle is over to Rachel's and she's telling Rachel about what happened at the church at the podcast situation. She's telling her how she thought the church would blow up with Jen being in there. Now, Rachel let her know that she's going to have like a pajama party with the girls, right? Because she says there's so much going on. She will not be inviting Teresa because it will be at her house. But she did say she's going to invite Jen and Jen Fessler. And she wanted to know if Danielle was okay with that. And Danielle said she was fine. She will behave herself. And I think she might. I have been watching this show since it started. Teresa is definitely a staple. And she gets on my natural nerve. But I love Teresa. You have to love her if you've been watching from the beginning, right? Because she and her antics are amazing. But what I really love about all the ladies, even the ones that get on my nerves, when it comes to their children, it just makes them relatable. And Gia is studying for the bar. She's taking a month off of work. And she was talking to her about how they have been through a lot and they go through a lot. Then she started talking to her about Louis' ex-wife. So Teresa has really been stressed out about Louis' ex-wife. She said pretty much since she has met him, she's been on his neck, right? And right now, Louis' wife has put out a restraining order on him. And it's just a lot for Teresa. And he is still in court. And what she is so mad at Margaret is about is Margaret was behind all of this. Margaret got behind it when she found out Louis was like having them investigated and all of that stuff. And Teresa cannot. Now, Teresa's gotten a lawyer, right, to explain to the ladies what's going on. It's not their business. But she wants those ladies to turn against Margaret so bad, she's willing to bring a lawyer in, right? Somebody who has a certificate on the wall to explain to these ladies how Margaret is involved and how much they should not be fooling around with Margaret. Like, Teresa is a dog with a bone right now. Y'all, these are some different kind of men over there in New Jersey. Right? So Melissa and Joe have gone over to Margaret and Joe's house. So Joe needs some stuff done outside. Melissa's husband, Joe, Joe has climbed a tree. He got the little boots on with the spikes on it and everything. He has climbed a tree and cut down the dead part of the tree for Joe. Like, these men build homes. Like, I don't even know where are they only in New Jersey? But they're talking about going to the slumber party. Margaret was talking to her about Joe's diagnosis. So we'll see how that slumber party goes because Melissa says she wants to have fun in the slumber party. So we'll see. So Dolores is over to Jen Fessler's house, right? And she's talking about Teresa and the situation. And she's saying that Teresa had called her and said that if she passes out, call 911. Because this court case with Louis is really taking a toll on her. She's like, Teresa can handle herself, but when it comes to Louis, she takes on what he's taking on. And it's a lot. That's why I said Teresa needs to be by herself, right? And if she's going to be with somebody, she just needs to be with someone who has a 9-to-5. Because these men that she attached herself to, they always have a case or had a case or about to get a case. Then Dolores asked Jen Fessler, was she coming to Rachel's party? And she's not. So she sent Rachel this text, and she basically was saying to Rachel that she was defending John, and she knew that they weren't talking about Gia, and she said from now on, she just won't say anything. That is what Jen should have done in the beginning. She is new to the group. She doesn't know how to let things go, so she never should have said anything, especially after Rachel asked her not to. So now Dolores wants to get the ladies together. She said not to have fun, but just kind of go on a retreat. And I think she hopes that the ladies will migrate to each other and just have a conversation. But I don't know about all this. So now that she and Dolores has talked, she's decided that, let me call Rachel. So she's sending Rachel a voice text saying that she now wants to come to the party. Because the reason she wasn't going to come in the first beginning is because Rachel does not respond to her text. So, child. So Jen has met with Teresa. They sit down and she just goes in. She was like, you didn't say anything about Danielle. Teresa explained to her, you were at my event, right? I wasn't about to get into it with her. And I don't know how long we was going to be into it. And I have to go back out and go on stage. I got all this other stuff I got going on with my husband. And you want me to take up for you? You are grown. So then Jen is like, I'd rather die for you. So maybe I should stop doing that. Then Teresa's feeling real crazy and she says, well, if I have to pick between you and Danielle, it's always you. I don't like that. I don't like Jen either. Jen is not my favorite. I'll say that. She's not my favorite. So Rachel's party has started, her sleepover, right? And the ladies have arrived, and then Jen Fessler comes. And as soon as she gets there, they pull each other to the side so they can have a conversation. Jen lets Rachel know that she was defending John and she never was doing anything intentional to hurt her. But Rachel let her know, the fact that you put my husband's name in the same sentence as Teresa, 10 out of 10 set me off, right? And she said, what I wish you would have done was pull me to the side. Jen was like, well, I'm sorry for that, but you not responding to my text made me feel disregarded. They apologized and they seem to have gotten over it. So, these girls do stuff a little different, right? They had that coffee reader. So on this episode, Rachel has brought in a lipstick reader. So the girls are supposed to put their favorite lipstick on and kiss a piece of paper. And she's supposed to read whatever it is going on in their lives. So Jen slides over to Jackie. She goes, I read your book. And then Jackie was like, yeah, I thought it was going to be a New York Best Time seller. Jen says, not everybody can be Teresa Giudice. She is not your friend, Jackie. So Danielle has come in, right? She has brought a cake with all the ladies on it. And there's a little person on the end who is falling off. And Margaret, in Margaret fashion, said, is that Jen? She's falling off the cake. Danielle said, I have no comment. Baby, Rachel had the best games at her pajama party. I would do this. Matter of fact, I think I'm going on Amazon and see if I can find these glasses. This is fun. And it's champagne. I've said too much, but I would do this. So the fruit by the foot game was so cute. You had to have your fruit strip and you had to pull it up with your mouth. You couldn't use your hands or anything. I love a girls' night. This is cute. And the pajamas were so cute. I love that. But then Dolores, at the end of it, she was talking about the retreat for the girls. And all of the girls say that they were in for it. So I can't wait to see when that happens. It's your girl, Millie Chun. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.